Hello everyone, this is Patrick and today I'll be showing you how to install in Ray on deploy LLMs on Ray. Now the thing with Ray is that it is terribly difficult to use normally. Half the tutorials don't work, no matter what OS you use. Frankly, it's a pain in the butt, and they don't even tell you off the bat that you need to install certain packages and, use Ubuntu. So instead of using their system, we're going to be using Intel's LLM on Ray, which you can find here on GitHub. You can see here that the latest update has been 4 days ago. I'm not using any releases because I don't have any, and let's get started. So first of all, we have LLM on Ray, made by Intel, which is designed to operate across various hardware setups. Right now I'm using Windows to run this, and I haven't tested. I'm using Ubuntu to run this. Don't test this. Don't run this on Windows. You can run this on Windows. I haven't tested it on Windows. And it can do a couple of things like pre-training, fine-tuning, and serving. We're mostly going to be focusing on serving here. So to get started, we first clone the repository, install LLM on Ray and its dependents, using these lines here. Now, I've already installed this, so it's not too big of a deal for me. The next thing you do is start Ray. Using this start Ray using Ray start head. If you have deep speed or you're doing distributed fine-tuning, you should link one CCL and Intel MPI libraries before you start the head. However, I'm not doing that right now, so I'll just do Ray start head. Here I'll just stop the currently running system and start the head. You can see here that started. To add another node to this Ray address, run Ray start address this here. To connect to a cluster, do this, and to submit a job, yada yada, you know what to do. The main thing is the two important ones really are Ray stop and Ray status. So here we can do a Ray status and we have one node, 12 CPU, 1 GPU. Not much memory really. And we can also start up our cluster dashboard here to see that we have a total of like one node running and nothing else. So let's take a look at what else we can do here. We can now just add ourselves to this node. And now you can see that we should have, well, yeah, we have two nodes now. So now we'll go to our LLM on Ray folder here, LLM on Ray, inference, models. We can take a look at some of our models here. Now I've modified this one to use a different amount of CPUs per worker and workers per group to ease up on the resource requirements, but here I'll just give us some more resources to work with. So we have 4 nodes here, and now you can see that doing that actually gave us some more CPU and GPU. So now we start serving. To serve, you run a command like the one to serve, you run the command here. And to use a different model, you use a different file. So, for example, if you want to run llama, you can use llama 27b here. If you want to run something like, say, Falcon, you can of course run here. Now, 99% of players here, 99% of, well, anyone here really only cares about Llama and GPT, so I'm not going to bother too much with that. We've been using our, when we deployed it, we used a simple method to serve a specific model to a simple endpoint to avoid us having to go through this OpenAI API key. However, this part should also work properly. And after deploying the model endpoint, we can access it and test it using a script. You can see here that it's queried the script and it's giving us some stuff such as it's giving us a, let's call it, genius of writing that once upon a time the world was a place of great beauty and great danger. The world was a place of great danger, and believe it or not, was a place of great danger. Believe it or not, it's also a place of great danger, and I think this world, I think the system's stuck. But yeah, it generates well, even though it does love to say that the world is a place of great danger, probably because it's sensing the fact that, you see, if you wanna, well, this command here lets you fine tune, but it will take a while, so I'm not going to do that. So, since it senses that I'm going to stop it, it does perhaps know that the world is indeed a place of great danger, and to shut down your Ray cluster, like the entire cluster, you just do a Ray stop. Presumably you need to run this on the head. In order to query your models, you just query them at the deployment GPT-2 is ready at this location. You use the API to do that. As you can see here, that's been using just JSON formats from. Yeah, and over here, finally, Intel has a certain amount of other docs, such as a web UI, which I haven't mentioned, which I haven't been bothering with, but does let you deploy and serve it and access it using a remote, web UI here, which is all pretty nice. Thank you for watching, and this was Patrick.